What's up, guys? It's the real Neil. I'm coming at you. So, college is starting, and I graduated last year, got a full time job, all that good stuff. But I used to teach martial arts when I was younger, and one of the kids that I used to teach is now a freshman at my alma mater, and he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, Neil, can you give me advice on what would make my college experience the most meaningful, and what can I do to get the most out of it?" And so I sat down with him and talked, and through that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and just share with people like the 10 things that I would impart to incoming college freshmen, or if you're sophomore, junior, senior, you're finishing up school, and there's some things and you feel like you could have done more. Maybe some of these can help you out. I guess, to put it that way. So with that being said, top 10 things that the top 10 pieces of advice, top 10 things I learned when I was in college, through the things I did or didn't do. So with that being said, let's just get started. Number one, have a calendar. Very, very important. Just because you have so much things going on. You've signed up for clubs. You need time with your friends. You're taking 2, 3, 4 classes, maybe even 5, and it's hard to keep track of all these assignments and appointments and things like that. So having a calendar would definitely help you kind of keep organized and have all that. I didn't do that, and really sad story actually. There's a class I was struggling with. It was an online class. I was struggling with it, and I knew that every day, like every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Wednesday we had an online exam due. So every Wednesday I just click on, do whatever I need to barely pass the exam, whatever. Struggled through the entire semester. The online final was on a Tuesday. So I logged in that Wednesday morning going, where the hell's my exam? And I don't even remember if I passed or failed that class, but it's like one of those, like, if I had a calendar, which you need, believe me, have a calendar. Google Calendar works. Have one on your phone, have one on your wall. If you're dorming, have one. If you're commuting, have one at home. Have a calendar. Very, very important. Number 2, plenty of sleep. Get a lot of sleep. I know it's very tempting, all the partying, all the hanging out, all that stuff. Like, I was the kind of college student that would stay up till 2 in the morning, have an 8 a.m. class, wake up at 6, 7, and just wake up and just rush to class, barely make it on time, not ready for the day. And I struggled with 8 a.m. classes, because I elected to take them and then didn't mentally prepare for them. And I know, sleeping as well, very important in that when you study, you can stay up all night reading and studying, going over your notes, quizzing yourself, quizzing a study partner. But if you don't get enough sleep, you won't retain any of that information. So really, really find time to get some sleep is very, very important. Number 3, grades are not everything, right? Like, I knew a lot of friends in college that they were just stressed about grades. I had to get an A, and unless you're going for, unless you're trying to be a doctor or a lawyer, or like you're deliberately trying to get into a master's program, or like an advanced education, you don't need to worry too much about it. Being in that, right now my full-time job is, I'm an accountant for an investment company, and my first day of work, I walked in, sat down, and across from me was one of my classmates in school that had started the job like a month prior. And I knew that he put 100% of his effort into his grades. Like, he studied like every waking moment, got better grades than I did, worked a lot harder in academics than I did. Yet here we are sitting right across from each other, making the same amount of money, doing the exact same thing, and hating the same things about our jobs, liking the same things about our jobs. But he tried harder in school and I didn't try as hard, but yet we ended up at the same place. So they're not everything. They're important, don't get me wrong, but they're not everything. On a resume, you'll put that you got like 3.9 GPA, or you got a 3.2. Nobody cares. Like, unless you're going for cum laude or magna cum laude, I don't even know what those things are. Like, I don't even know what they mean. But I didn't worry about them, and I ended up in the same place as people that worked hard. You know, they're important, but like again, not everything. As a matter of fact, Bill Gates, you've heard of him. You're probably watching this on one of his programs. But Bill Gates said that he failed some exams in school, but he had a friend that passed everything, all the classes, all that stuff, and that friend ended up being an engineer at Microsoft. Bill Gates owns Microsoft, so you kind of see how that works. I've also had the privilege of being mentored by people that are, made it millionaires, and people that have been successful in other aspects of life. Some of these people are my mentors, and they've told me all the same thing, where college is just a bunch of A students teaching B students how to go and get a job working for C students, right? And so that, like I said, grades don't determine everything. So yeah, don't worry too much about it. Like, try hard, but I'll say it again, don't freak out if you get like a C on one exam. Number 4, take numerous courses. And by that I mean, like, go explore different departments. You have electives that you take, right? General eds, things like that. Go and take a wide variety of subjects, because like for me, I went to school starting out as a nursing student, right? I wasn't exactly a big fan of it, but I came in as a nursing student, and less than a semester later, I switched to business and I fell in love with it. There's a whole story behind that, but I would not have had that chance to fall in love with business the way I have if I didn't take the chance to explore it, if you know what I mean. Like my sister, she came in as a nursing student as well. I'm Filipino, so it's kind of expected, whatever. She came in as a nursing student because she wanted to go be a nurse anesthesiologist. She's now applying to be a master's in education. So it's, she wouldn't have had that chance to find her passion if she had just stuck with nursing and the courses that required her to take it and didn't really worry about gen ed. So really take that chance to do that. Plus, you'll probably, that's number 5. Number 5, get involved with a lot of clubs. And by that I mean, at the beginning of every school year, there's an activity fair, a club fair, where you can go sign up for different clubs and whatnot. Sign up for anything that seems interesting to you, because if you have 10 or so or whatever you're doing, you'll find 1 or 2 that you'll really fall in love with, and the people there are amazing and things like that. So you'll be able to kind of find what you're passionate about if you try a lot of stuff. And so yeah, that's basically what I have to say for that one. I didn't do that when I was in school. I was focused on, go through my class, kind of float through, have fun with people outside of clubs. And, part of me really wishes that I had taken those opportunities. Like, don't get me wrong, I signed up for clubs, but I just never answered emails or show up to the meetings. And pretty soon 4 years flew by, and I'm, sitting there, graduation, saying, man, I could have tried out this club or that club, So yeah. Number 6, balance your school life and your social life on campus and off campus. So from my experience, when I was a freshman, I was presented with a business opportunity that I could not refuse, and that I would spend the rest of my college career kind of balancing school and business. And there's actually a lot of times where I would have to be in another state for a weekend. So it was like Monday through Thursday, and I'd never take a Friday class. Monday through Thursday, go to school, Thursday night, get in a car, drive 12 to 14 hours, go to a meeting, come back, do my homework on the last day, and then go back to class on Monday. That was my routine for like a solid month straight. And then like once a month I would do that. And don't get me wrong, it was great. I was sitting and being mentored by, like I said earlier, wealthy people, successful people with the right mindset. But at the same time, I missed out on the opportunity to bond with the people my age that could have ultimately been my network as well. So I was building an outside the school network, but it would have also been great for me to build an in-school network as well. Don't get me wrong, like I had a social life on campus, in between classes. All I do was hang out with people. I'd never study. I still pulled out with like a 3.2 GPA, whatever. But really have that balance, and that's actually to my fault where I would never study. My parents and I would talk all the time about how I could have gotten high honors and I just sat down for a half hour a day and just read my material, you know? So like I said, you gotta really, really balance that moving forward. So yeah, number 7, party. Go to parties, but do not be the party guy, you know what I mean? Like, you can go and, show up, if you're above 21, go ahead, have 1 drink, have 2 drinks, but don't be the guy that that shows up to every party and just gets wasted. Like, do not be that guy. You got, like, it's like, it goes back to that balance thing, and the thing with parties is that's actually where you meet a lot of people. Like, that's in a way a great network opportunity for you because that's where everybody hangs out, Like, so don't skip out on it and don't go to every party, but every once in a while pop in, say hello, stay the night. Don't get passed out drunk though, because then you will have that reputation. So kind of have that balance. That's all I have to really say about that. That's basically what I did. It was fun. Yeah, I never had to pass out drunk or anything like that. Number 8, make sure you travel, make sure you intern, make sure you pursue whatever opportunities there are that are presented to you. Like community service, or if you have a place to serve outside, if you're part of a club that does things for the community or things like that, take those chances. My school, so I went to a Division III school here in Washington, and we had a lot of travel abroad programs, study abroad programs, and I did not take the opportunity to do that with the mindset that I will travel to these places eventually, which is true. I'm saving up money to be able to travel to these places, but I'll never have the experience of learning there, studying there, being a student there. When it comes to traveling abroad, also the people that you travel with, you could be complete strangers for, up until that point, but then on the first day you're thrown into a plane with these 10, 20 people, and you're stuck with them for X amount of weeks, days, or whatever. And you really form a deep friendship with them. So, that's something I missed out on, and I would advise you that if you had the opportunity, go and take that yourself. Number 2, with that whole thing is internships. Take an internship. People that are hiring are a lot more interested in what your internship you are than the fact that you got like a 3.5 GPA or a 4.0 GPA. The internship and the experience is a lot more valuable to the company that's trying to hire you than your grades. So really take the opportunity. And plus, again, you build your outside of school network with that. You get a good reference for a job. You might even end up a job there. All the internships I took, although I had to leave those internships, they said, hey, once this is over, once you graduate, expect a full-time offer. So I didn't have to worry about that. So take those opportunities as well. Even if you have to stay an extra semester to do it, I would recommend doing that as well. Community service opportunities, same thing. You'll build a network outside of school to, for references, even job opportunities. So really take that as well. Number 9, challenge yourself. Definitely challenge yourself. Take classes that push your mind to the limits. You go into college, like for example, you go into college with a certain psyche, with a certain mentality of how your parents have raised you, how your circumstances have raised you. You walk into a gender studies class, a religion class, a politics class, like a political science class. They will forever and ever challenge the way you think. And that is a great thing. I don't know why people have sheltered themselves in their belief system. You really have to have that open mind and take those courses to challenge yourself. For example, like I came into a college like community, probably 90% conservative, 10% liberal. That's where I was on the scale. But through my 4 years, I'm now like 60-40 conservative, where, like in terms of economy and all that stuff, I'm a little bit more conservative, but with social issues, I'm a little bit more liberal. I would never have had that change in psyche if I had not challenged myself in my courses, if I had not spoken to people with opposite beliefs as me, if I had not challenged my professors by questioning what they believe, and they were able to answer in a way that helped me out, So yeah, definitely take those challenges to yourself. Last but not least, this is, I think, the most important one. Find great friends. You need to find great friends. For me, I had to have 2 sets of friends, and I advise you to do this as well. 2 sets of friends, one in your study program and one outside. So for example, I got admitted into the business school at my university. So I had my business school friends, and then I had my friends that were not in business school. My business school friends helped me with my course load. They helped me understand the concepts in class that I didn't. They helped me through this because they were going through the same class struggles as I was. They helped me through that, and I in turn helped them. On the outside of the business school community, I had friends that were anthropology majors, psych majors, maths majors, political science, things like that, and they helped me kind of see business through their perspective as well. So it's like, okay, you tell me about anthropology, okay, great. In that mindset, this is how I would be able to build a business to suit that, or this is how I would approach it from a business standpoint. And then they would teach me certain things. Politics, same thing. Religion, same thing. Mathematics, same thing. And so that kind of helped me build my mentality. And on top of that, they're just great people, and ultimately, with finding great friends, you are gonna grow up with these people. The 4 years you have together, you're gonna transform as a cluster into a set of brand new, different people than you were going in. And anyone who's graduated will tell you that they were a very, very different person leaving college than they were coming in. And that's a very, very good thing. And it's like with those friends, you're gonna go through so many things. You're gonna go through struggles with boyfriends, girlfriends, relationship problems within the group, because ultimately your friends will start to date each other, and 9 times out of 10 break up. And so you have to learn how to navigate that, how to take sides, how to not take sides, how to handle both, tactfully and in a way that kind of pleases everybody, that gets to the right place. You're gonna deal with people crying over life issues, class stuff. You're gonna console someone who barely passed an exam. You're gonna cry to someone about, off-campus housing. Your RA might be the biggest pain in the neck, and you're gonna complain to these people about them. And you're just gonna form these relationships and network that will one day help you to further your career and further your growth as a person. So, definitely find great friends. Your friends will ultimately, everything that I just mentioned, 1 through 9, everything that I've said, your friends will help make or break your college experience with those 9 things. So, in review, have a calendar, get plenty of sleep, remember that grades are not everything, take numerous courses, get involved with clubs, balance your school and your social life, party, but don't party too much, make sure you travel, intern, all that good stuff, challenge yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and find great friends. So with that being said, I hope you guys have learned something, or if I've just repeated something your parents or older siblings or friends have told you, and you've just heard it from me, then great. If you think that this is helpful, go ahead and send it to a college freshman. Let them know, hey, this is something that you can use going into school. So hey, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this. If you liked this little rant and talk thing, give me a like, give me a subscribe, share it with someone that could use this information. If you didn't, then that's you probably dropped out of college. I'm just joking. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Hope you guys start the school year off strong, finish out 2016 strong, and just have the best year ever. I really wish you guys the best. Have an awesome day. Peace out. Bye.